Well, after the news broke of even more airstrikes on civilians in Syria, the Obama administration is now threatening to cut off diplomatic relations with Russia. One America's Trey Yingst has more from Washington on what many lawmakers are calling a foreign policy failure.
In mid-September, a week-long ceasefire in Syria allowed for some humanitarian aid to enter the region. Now fighting has erupted again in what some are calling the worst violence since the war began. Russian and Syrian airstrikes have pounded the city of Aleppo for the past 2 weeks, leaving hundreds dead and thousands more injured. Now the United States is calling on Russia to reinstitute a ceasefire or it will cut off all diplomatic negotiations.
And we're very serious about the potential of suspending bilateral engagement with Russia over on Syria if it comes to that.
You see a power vacuum being created, and nature abhors a vacuum. And when that vacuum's created, it gets filled. And it gets filled by Russia, it gets filled by Iran, or anybody else that wants to participate in that. And this is where America needs a strong leader, strong foreign policy, and a clear, concise direction where we want to go as a nation.
Congressman Ted Yoho believes the Obama administration is failing to properly address the humanitarian crisis in Syria. He says a lack of foreign policy is causing the U.S. to lead from behind.
And until we get clear, concise policies, America is just going to be a bystander of this conflict, and the losers are the Syrian people.
The United Nations estimates that 400,000 people have lost their lives so far in the Syrian civil war. Failure to come to a ceasefire agreement with Russia means that more parents will lose their children and more children will lose their futures. From Washington, Trey Yingst, One America News.